I just want to say good morning and just give knowledge. Basically, growing up, I was mainly growing up in church, and sometimes church shits because people, friends, always was inviting me to the church, and almost every family did the same, where you in church all day. When you go to church, you go to church for the morning service, the afternoon service, the Bible study, and all that crazy stuff. So anyway, I don't know if it's just church, but the mindset then was, and maybe it was at that time because things change in time, according for people to be attacked. Whatever people get comfortable with, things switch. So just know that as well. So something that may have happened for a previous generation may not work for yours, but you do have to adjust accordingly to that. But you don't adjust to your ties you have with God. But anyway, from my understanding as a young girl, which is maybe I didn't understand correctly, we were told or taught a few things. Sometimes just being, I don't know, overly happy sometimes was just a sin, or just doing things worldly. I think is was the issue, was just a sin. I used to think like anything I do that makes me happy, I'm getting in trouble for. But it was just pretty much being worldly, because Christians are not supposed to want to party or do what other people are doing, smoking, drinking, meeting guys or girls or whatever. But at the time for me, it was just I just wanted to go to the parties that was around, and I wasn't able to. And I thank God now that I wasn't able to, but I didn't understand it then. But there was also a few things that they were said that if you do right, right comes to you. And like the things I would see on the news, I had these assumptions from that phrase that these people were not doing good. Like when things happen, maybe they were not good women, maybe they were selling drugs, or maybe they were doing something bad. But as you get older, I don't know if the generations changed. When you are already with the devil, you're not really attacked. Things that was happening to me, I thought it was because, I loved everybody. You have everybody in your family and your friend group who may do those things that you were told gets people attacked, have things happen to them. And that's not always the case. Sometimes they have things happen to them because they are attached to somebody who is blessed, somebody who's making them see a better way, somebody who's influencing them, somebody who is keeping them out of whatever it is that most people in this world want you in. They call it a matrix or whatever, bubble, whatever it is. But when you see a way out and you want more, you want to grow knowledge, however it is, by reading, going to school, whatever it is that you need to do to improve yourself, working out, not having time to have time to party or get offered to do things that are illegal, or make a quick hit, money, lick, whatever you want to call it. Often those people, that is their attack, because those things don't lead to good things. So they already are fitting in this box. But when you're outside of it, and especially trying to pull people outside of it, often the attack is not on those people. It's on being attached to people like us. And I had to realize that. I also just wanted to go home and take care of my family. Some people feel like some people's families are not as worthy and as special as theirs. Some people feel like anything that was not perfected, you didn't end up with a marriage out of the situation, you're not a wife, you're not wealthy already or whatever, you don't already have your home, car, whatever. Even if you have vice versa, people act like you're supposed to have this big, pretty, perfect picture that they haven't even accomplished, that their parents haven't even accomplished. Their mothers were single mothers, but they don't see that. They just want to judge you. But what they will try to do is make it seem like if your life is not in perfection, because they don't see themselves in their life, in their situation, that somehow you are a lower class, a person, and you should accept less. I think I've said this on a video. And they want to hold you to that. And unfortunately it'd be like something like somebody who feels superior to you. It could be race. It could be a lot of men feel superior to women. A lot of wives feel superior to single women or single mothers. And a lot of people, everybody want to feel like something is lower. People who even are that sometimes feel superior to people who have nothing, no home, no car, anything. Like everybody's just supposed to be living this big picture perfect story, but all I'm saying is there are people out here who just want to get home and raise their families, just want to educate themselves so that they can never be in a situation again. And once you get in it, it takes a while to get out of it. Some people want to stop that growth. Some people don't want you out of it because you give them somebody to be over in class. And I think there's a lot still came from racism. Some people would be not attractive, not wealthy, not happy, but they felt like they were better than these certain people because they had a different skin tone. And people will justify that for anything. They have a different genitals. They have a different support system, or more money or anything like that. But there are people like us out here who are just trying to get home and provide for their families. I just remember so many days I just wanted to get home, cook dinner, help with homework. And that was my mindset for the day, but that wasn't other people's mindsets. Other people's mindsets were absolutely upset with just me wanting to do just the regular. Like they said, sometimes you bother people because you're not bothered. Just for me not caring if somebody was prettier or had more money, had a higher position, had something that was married, had something that I was reaching for, or they thought I should be reaching for, even if I was content with what I had, even if I didn't share what I had or what I had experienced. But there are good people out here who is not trying to be nasty, jealous, envious, or anything like that, who accepted their situation. But there are other people who think that we're just not supposed to want anything, want any better. We don't want to be married one day. We don't want to have a family one day. But they think it's okay for them. And I think that's totally sick and ill. They think it's okay for them to want to continue their education. They think it's okay for them to want to get glammed up and get pretty and feel pretty and not be insulted, even if you are pretty or not, you know what I'm saying? There are just people who just want to feel better than a certain class, a certain group. And I've also noticed when they see you this way, even if you have gotten better, you have improved yourself, they want to still hold you to that class. And that's sometimes from neighborhoods and family. If they looked at you as the black sheep, they never want you to be successful. You're going to always have like a big fight for that. If you have been homeless, they always want to feel like you don't know nothing, or you don't know how to get anything, or even if you had lost and had more than they ever had. Their whole life summons seems to be to make sure that you stay down or get back in this position, in this place, or this box that they wanted to put you in, that made them feel better and superior than you. There's a lot of good people out here just trying to do that, and they're still running into problems, because the problem is not the bad people. The bad people are already fitted in their box. They're already whatever is going on, where they get paid, a profit, used to watch, spy. These people are real people, but real demonic people, just sent to monitor good people. And I'm just telling you that good things happen to good people. So before you judge anybody in any of these stories on the news, and especially the way that people can make things look like it was something that it's not, make it seem like somebody was evil, make it seem like they disobeyed the law, make it seem like they were hostile, and don't show what happened previously, and it's just showing that's what the devil do. He's an accuser. He won't show you the initial issue. He will just show you the reaction and what people want to see of how hostile you got, and they don't know exactly what they did to you to get you to the hostile state. Some people take a whole heck of a lot, and they will still do a whole heck of a lot, sometimes a lifetime full of things, and all they want to show the world is how you lost it. and how you deserve whatever treatment they're doing to you, and they don't want to never show their life and what they've been doing. But just keep your head up. I don't know. It's a hard life. It's not fair. There's no right way to do anything, no wrong way to do anything, except for keep God there and trust God here and after. Because we were after before we got here, and He knew what He was doing, and we love it here, and He knows what's best for us, and He knows He also will guide us from people like that who we can't see and we don't know. They look like regular, normal people, but they're not. They're spies, they're agents, they're demonic people sent. I just think the war is not like we were taught as Christians that it was on bad people. A lot of the war, the bad people are used in the war to get people like us to stop inspiring people, stop teaching people, stop saying that there's another way, stop saying that it's okay not to be in that box, not to accept that. And also, the more you are surrounded, the more dangerous it is. The more you have been involved with those type of people. So I don't even really want to judge those people, because some people are doing what they have to do to feel safe. Some people have to join organizations and different things just to survive and provide for their families. But that's what I wish would just stop, where you don't have to, because it's not always true. Some people, families, generations of being involved in things and having to take beef from things that happened years ago, and people are already after them just for being born. I felt that way for being just adopted, that people feel like things were taken from them because now they had to be shared with me. There's a lot of different things going on, but don't assume that just because somebody is bad or is given an image of being bad, being black, if somebody's just being a single mom, if somebody's just being young, that they did something wrong, because this world is really not attacking people who did things wrong. This world, that's how people are profiting. People are profiting off of that. People are profiting off of putting people in jail. People are profiting off of people staying in certain areas and being treated certain ways. People are profiting off of the lack of education, the lack of wanting the education, the lack of growth, and just inspiring so many, because it's okay if it's one or two, especially those one or two are selfish and not giving back. But to make it be a majority, how I would like it to be, where people can just think for themselves and love, even with what they have. You know what I'm saying? Find a way to even just share what you have. Take food boxes to your neighbors. Not having to be afraid of your neighbors. Just normalcy that I think has been held away from us. Like, just being able to enjoy a life, let your kids walk to school, even if it's like groups of people who are safe and have background checks, who walk and make sure your kids get to school, get home, because a lot of things happen on those walks to school and home. A lot of people don't want kids getting there and learning, and when they get back home, to be full of other things to do than to get stuck in, like I said, I don't know what they want to call it, a matrix, or opportunities that's really not good. The only ones that they see and know. Get people out of those areas every now and then, even if it's just once a year. Give a money grant where people can, I think every child, especially in poverty, should once go to Disney World, or just amazing things that other people experience. Special needs people go there. So, like, why not people in poverty? I think everybody needs to experience that there's more than just the neighborhood and what the neighborhood offers them. But anyway, I got off the course, but just don't think that out here people are attacking people because they are bad. You are gonna get way more attacked for following God, for being good, for just wanting to provide for your family, for beating the stereotype that people have, that you don't know how to do things, and you do it, and you do it successfully, and you're not a certain way. That is going to bring more attacks and targets than you can ever imagine in your life. And that's another reason some people don't want to do it. Some people are more comfortable. Ain't nobody attacking them. Ain't nobody thinking about them. Ain't nobody watching them. Ain't nobody even bringing them up in conversations. To be relevant, they have to bring people up like us who's trying to move forward. Who don't even want to be in their conversations, just because we are more relevant and more seen and more admired. Or even hated, because hated is a little bit from admiration. But you keep going no matter what your story is. If you decided to be comfortable, like I said, um, got to put it in you. You know, maybe it's not in you. If you decided to, don't punish people who desire to go further, who want to do more, who know that they can do more. I guess just don't hate, and let's just make the best we can of our situations, and until we can make it better. We don't have to be crabs in the bucket and try to hold everybody back. You know, and also one good thing about it, most people don't. Most people, if you have your mindset to grow and do well, there are some nasty people out here who want to hold you to where you were, but a lot of people will allow you to grow, because a lot of them don't even believe in you because they don't believe in themselves. They feel like, well, I'll see you back at the bottom, because what goes up comes down. And I think the hatred is when you don't come down. So, but your heart should always be humble. It's from where you rooted. You know what I'm saying? From where you are from too. You shouldn't be more arrogant and feel like you're better than people because you didn't come down. And now those people are bad people who, I'm like, a lot of those people may have made sure you got home. You know, looked out for you when from the bottom. You know, coming from areas, I know people would make sure I made it to the bus stop, make sure I made it home. And sometimes these people want family and friends. Some of these people were the drug dealers and different things around, you know. But never feel better than people, because you don't know how somebody may have saved you and never told you. Just love the best you can. If you see somebody who is hungry, if you can, feed them. Don't take from yours. You still have to feed yourself. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. You still take care of yourself. You know, even if it's just once a week. That's what I think Sunday should be, to bless somebody at least once a week. Bless God and bless the church. Um, yeah. Anyway, I love you. God bless. I think I'm way off track, but don't assume that these things you see on the news, or that your life is going to be perfect now that you decided to follow God. That you're just going to have husbands throwing themselves at you, wives throwing themselves at you, money throwing. Well, I don't know. I haven't reached that level, but um, it takes time. Um, so I love you. God bless. And don't judge people just from the story that you were told, that was presented to you. And if I possibly could, let's just not even conversate to people who not even in the room, or conversate about things you wouldn't have a conversation with them about. Have no business having a conversation with them about, because it's not your business. They're not trying to be your mate or your best friend. Some people are just there to, provide for their family, get home, especially in a work situation. Nobody signed up to be everybody's best friend. Nobody owes anybody their backstory. Um, it's not family. The family is usually always the ones who's already there. There's not a family that's usually welcoming new people, and new people don't have to expose all their business and their all goals to you. So that would be my wish, is just to stop the gossip and the pettiness, because a lot of y'all are conversating and judging people who are doing better than you, looking better than you, could have better than you, may have turned things down that you never have even set place at your feet, may have more knowledge than you, may just not have had the situation to do, because a lot of people are high class making money, and it's not because they're better than somebody. They just had a family situation that set them up, had inheritances, and but if everybody had those opportunities, same thing with slavery, they made it seem as if we were dumb. We didn't want to be educated. We didn't want to. We didn't know how to read. And we're like some of the most educated people. Almost every field, we're dominating it. And that's not to say that we're superior now. That's just to say that people, things go according to your situation. There were resources withheld from us, and they're still withheld from us now. And the secret then was that we couldn't, and we're proving them wrong. And it's the same thing for each generation. There's things going on here that they're trying to say that people cannot, but they're withholding things from. That if they had the same opportunity, the same fair game, the same fair cards, they wouldn't be winning the way they were. There are other talented people. There's other beautiful, talented singers more than the ones we see. Other talented rappers who didn't even make it because they were so talented. Everybody just don't have the same playing field. So don't let somebody make you feel bad because they were given a silver spoon, a golden plate, inheritances, and strong family support. You are just as valuable. And if you don't have a way already presented to you, your purpose in life is to fight and make way. And I believe in you. You can do it. And I believe that we can stop all the gossip and hating and bringing up people. You shouldn't be talking, discussing anything besides you. And then you wouldn't be mad. You shouldn't be focusing on anything besides improving you. Bye.